Nathan, and today as part of our educational series we're going to be talking about heel spurs. So today we're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to use the shoe to demonstrate a heel spur and also to show the biomechanics of the foot. So with our feet we have a calcaneus, which is the heel bit, right? It's the heel bit of the foot. We also have a talus on top, and then we have some tarsal bones that stretch out from underneath, okay? It is the calcaneus or the heel that has that heel spur. And what's interesting about a heel spur is it's an extra piece of bone that has developed over time. Now, what's interesting about that is your bone or your body will lay down extra bone in lines of stress. So if we've had a massive trauma, right, you're likely to have extra bone there. If you've had repetitive traumas where you're on your feet all day, constantly knocking them about, constantly using them, it's more likely to have, extra bone, right, to basically to work with that extra load that you're putting on those heels, okay? In terms of what your allied health professional is going to do, they're going to look at the foot, right? They're going to do an orthopedic examination. They might, in this case, they might need to get some x-rays to see if there's extra bone. If you don't feel it, you might have to take pictures to see it. They're also going to have a look at the biomechanics of the foot, okay? So whether it's a GP, your allied health professional like your podiatrist or your chiropractor or your physio, all looking for dysfunction in the foot. You might have a flat foot or you might have increased arches, and over time that's repetitive trauma, and that can lead to things like heel spurs, okay? So in terms of treatment for the pain, you are going to have a bit of inflammation, and we've spoken about inflammation before. Again, it's important to recognise that inflammation is part of the healing process. You want to move it along, not necessarily get rid of it. You also have some tight muscles, okay? So commonly heel spurs will mimic things like plantar fasciitis, which is basically the covering of those muscles underneath that gets tight and painful. So you might need to release that, also rule out something like plantar fasciitis. In very, very extreme cases, and it's very uncommon, you might actually have to surgically remove that heel spur, okay? Now, the biggest thing about heel spurs is it didn't just happen for no reason, so you want to figure out what has gone wrong to lead to that, okay? Once you figure that out, that's going to get you the next course of treatment. Now, I understand there's going to be a lot of questions unanswered, and if you have any, feel free to give us a call.